The lucid warrior. Amara had learned to shield her mind in the waking world, her frequency a fortress of her own making. But sleep was a different territory, a borderless land where her defenses crumbled. The dreams began as whispers, echoes of the circle's venom, twisting familiar memories into monstrous shapes. One night, they found her, a voice, cold and sharp, cut through the dreamscape. "We hear you, little songbird. You can't hide your light from us." Night after night, they hunted her. They wore the faces of her fears, replaying the loss of Saffron in 100 gruesome ways. They feasted on her terror, their psychic tendrils draining her energy even as she slept. Amara would wake up gasping, the phantom weight of their presence clinging to her like a shroud, her waking strength eroded by her nightly battles. She understood then, it was her light, her very essence, that guided them to her. Her frequency was a beacon in the dream world. A chilling choice presented itself. She could try to smother her own flame, to retreat into the silent grayness they had once forced upon her, or she could learn to wield her light as a weapon. The thought of returning to that colorless prison was unbearable. Hiding was not living. "No," she whispered to the empty room, her voice ringing with newfound resolve. "I will not be afraid of my own light." Her intuition, now a trusted compass, guided her through the city's veins to a small, forgotten bookshop, its windows filled with esoteric symbols and the promise of hidden knowledge. The shop's owner, a man named Kale with eyes that held the quiet depth of a forest, watched her from behind the counter. He didn't ask what she was looking for. "They hunt you in your sleep," he said, his voice a low rumble. "They are drawn to your frequency. You are not the first." He saw the exhaustion in her eyes, the faint shimmer of her shield, and the darkness that nipped at its edges. Kale became her guide. He taught her about the dreamscape, the world behind the world. "To them, your fear is a feast," he explained. "But in your dream, you are the creator. Your will is the only law that matters. First, you must simply know that you are dreaming. That is the key that unlocks the door." He gave her techniques, reality checks, to practice in the waking world. For nights, she struggled. The circle's nightmares were potent, designed to keep her trapped in terror. But Kale's words were a lifeline. In a dream where shadows chased her down a never-ending corridor, she remembered. "Look at your hands." She forced her dream self to stop, to raise her hands to her face. They shimmered, melting and reforming. And with a jolt that shook the dream to its foundations, she knew, this is not real. The instant of lucidity was like a thunderclap. The corridor dissolved, the pursuing shadows recoiled as if burned. For the first time, Amara felt the raw energy of the dream world and her own power within it. She was no longer a victim running in the dark. She was a conscious mind. Focusing her will, she let her own frequency flare, a brilliant sun in the heart of their darkness. She didn't just defend, she attacked. She molded the dream stuff with her thoughts, turning their shadows into birds of light that scattered the darkness. She woke not with a scream, but with a gasp of exhilaration. The exhaustion was gone, replaced by a thrumming energy. This was the answer, not to hide her light, but to make it so blindingly bright that others, trapped in their own psychic sleep, would have no choice but to wake up. Her purpose was now crystal clear. With Kale's wisdom to guide her, Amara began to seek out the others she had rescued. She would not just be their shield in the waking world. She would be their teacher in the dreamscape. They would learn to become lucid, to reclaim their own power. Together, they would build a symphony of light, a resonant frequency so powerful it would shatter the silence and expose the frequency circle for all to see.